Hi, this is Linda Miner, and in this video I'm going to be explaining how to join Jeunesse in India. The rules for India are different than other countries, so if you're joining in India, please pay attention. So the first thing to do is to go to the website of the person that you're joining under. So in this case, my website is lindaminer.jeunesseglobal.com, and you can see when that opens, it says Contact Linda Miner. So make sure that you are going to the correct address for the person that you are joining under. The other option is to go just to JeunesseGlobal.com, and you can see there's no message area here where it says to message the person. That's missing. So we click on Become a Member. So let me just go back to this one. This is mine. If we click on Become a Member, it's going to go directly to this page. If we're on this page where it's just JeunesseGlobal.com and it says Become a Member, first it's going to take you to this page where it's asking for the username of the person. Then we click Submit, and then it's going to take us to the same page where we're choosing the country. So now you can see either way we're in the same section. So now you can see all the countries where it's possible to join with Jeunesse. But of course we're going to choose India. You can also see all the different languages that are available. But of course we're going to choose English for this one because I speak English. Here you have the page where you can see the financial rewards plan, the policies and procedures, terms and conditions. You should be reading these before you join to make sure you understand what all the rules are. You can see here my sponsor's ID is Linda Miner. Make sure again that you have put in the correct ID. Many people in India have the same name, so let's make sure that you're using the correct ID. Here's the privacy policy, return and cancellation policy, the shipping policy. Make sure you understand all of these and that you must be 18 years of age or older. Then you're going to click on I consent and continue. And this is going to take you to the page where you're going to enter your information. Now, if you're doing this from your phone, it's going to be the same information, but it's just going to be all in one row, not in two rows. So here again, we can see the sponsor name is Linda Miner, the sponsor ID. Make sure, this is the third time you're seeing this information, please make sure it's correct because you only have 3 days to change it if it's incorrect. Now in India, many people have the same name and we have to have a unique ID. So if you put a name like Kumar, you're going to see that that is not available because somebody has already used that name. But if your name is Kumar and you want to use that name, then maybe you can put in your birthday. So if your birthday is November 9th, then you can see, is that available? We'll check, and it is available. So just try to keep the name short so that it's easy for people to remember, and you can use a combination of letters and numbers, but you cannot use special symbols. Okay, only letters and numbers are available. Okay. So now we come down here and the first thing they're asking for is the FSSAI. This is if you intend to sell Jeunesse products classified as foods, then you must register. So if, for example, you're a doctor and you have a clinic and you want to sell the reserve or other supplements in your clinic, then you must have this certificate. So if you click here, the page is going to reload and it's going to allow you to enter that information with your certificate number, when it expires, etc. Sorry, it's just taking a moment here for the page to load. Okay, you can see the page reloads and now it's asking for the number, the start date, the end date, etc. So we can unclick that if you don't have that certification, and you can always come here to this website if you want to get that certification. This link is also in your back office if you need to get that certification. You can choose individual or company. Again, if we choose company, the page is going to reload and it's going to open up additional information that is required if you are registering as a company. So totally up to you which you prefer. But most people are going to be registering as an individual, so let's go through that way. So we need to put here the Aadhaar number. This is a requirement for everyone in India unless you are from Assam or Meghalaya. Okay, these two states don't have Aadhaar cards. There's an issue in those states where they cannot get them. So those two states, it's not a requirement, but everywhere else in India it is. So if you live here, then click the box and you don't have to enter it, but you will have to enter a PAN number. For the rest of the country, you have to enter the ADR number, and the PAN number is optional. If you only enter the ADR number, then the government will withhold 20% of your income. If you enter the PAN number along with the ADR number, then they will only withhold 5%. So I do recommend that you put in the PAN number if it's possible. GST is optional. Courtesy title is your name, and then you put in your first name and last name here. Banking information. Please enter this information now if you have it. You will need to upload a copy of a canceled check. However, if you enter it here, it's going to make the process much faster for being approved by Jeunesse. Enter your birthday. Mine is already here. And we come up to the top again and enter your email address and then the phone number. It's automatically populating with mine because the computer remembers mine. And no dashes, and you don't need to add the +91 for India. Then we're going to put in the mailing address, and again, this is just going to auto-populate mine just for ease of purpose. Of course, it says here Vancouver, which we don't want. So if you live in Delhi, then we would put Delhi here. And then choose the state, and in this case, again, I will choose Delhi. So you can see how the states are automatically populating here for the states of India. And then put in your correct style of postal code. You can't change the country at this point. It must be India. Now come down here, if your shipping address, where you want the product shipped to. Okay, this is very important. Where do you want the product shipped to? If it's the same as your mailing address above, then just click that button. You can see now I can't change it here because I have clicked this button. If I want it to be something different, then don't click that, and then now I can type it in whatever I want it to be. Then you're going to come here and click on Complete Sign Up. Now what's going to appear next is this image. Now I have marked these images here, these boxes in red. It doesn't appear that way on your document, but just so you can see, this is what's going to appear. You're going to need to please upload each document specified below, and here are the formats that are allowed for these documents. So the ADR card, we need a photo of that. We need a photograph of you, and the proof of address is specified here, what it needs to be, and also the canceled check. Okay, so these can be images of those so that then you can get this information verified. Please do this as quickly as possible. You're going to click Complete Sign Up, and then you're going to have this pop-up appear on your screen. The password will be here. Please write it down or copy it. Please, please, please. We've had so many people who have forgotten what their temporary password was, and then they can't log into their account. So please make sure that you are putting that information, writing down that information. And then here's the email that it was going to be sent to. Actually, let me go back to this page. When you put in your email address, please make sure that it is correct. This email is where your temporary password is going to be mailed to. If you put in the wrong email address, we have to contact customer service. It's a very long and slow process to try to get your account into your account. So please make sure that you are using the correct email address, and you'll see what it is here where the temporary address is going to be sent to. If at this point you see that it has been sent to the wrong email address, there are two things that are important. Number one, copy your password. But the second thing is also copy the email address that you put in, because when you go to log in the next time, it's going to ask you for the email address on file. So if you did put the wrong email address by mistake, make sure that you have that wrong email address so that you can log in to your back office the first time. It's also going to ask you for the phone number that you used. And I know people in India sometimes have 2, 3, 4 different phone numbers. Make sure you remember which phone number you used. Okay? Now, the first time you log in, you're going to go to JeunesseGlobal.com and click on Login, and here's the username and the temporary password that was sent to you, and you're going to click on Login. Then a screen is going to appear that is going to ask you for your, just a moment. It's going to ask you to change your password and to So the first time you log into your back office, this image is going to appear. Now this is where it's going to ask you to enter the email address on file and the phone number on file. So make sure you have those recorded properly. Now you're going to enter a new password, and please see the new password must have at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, one number, one special character, and be between 8 and 16 characters long. So if you only put 7 characters, you're going to get an error message. So make sure it's at least 8 characters. Then it's going to ask you a series of questions. These are just the ones that I chose here. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite place? There are other questions that are possible to have as your answer. Then you're going to click on complete, and then it's going to take you into your back office. Now what you want to do is go to My Profile, and you're going to scroll down to ID Certificate. So if you didn't upload your documents yet, it's going to say not uploaded, not uploaded. In this case, the person uploaded proof of address and it's waiting for verification. But if it's not uploaded, this will appear. And so then what you need to do is click on this button here, click here to go to Document Upload Manager, which is going to take you back to this document. That's what it's going to look like. And then once you complete it, you're going to be able to see here that it's waiting for verification. And once things are verified, then it'll say verified, verified. Now this case, still waiting for verification. So if your account is still on hold, then make sure you come back to My Profile, scroll down to this area here, and see what the problem is. And maybe it's waiting for verification because your check was not a clear image, or they can't see all the numbers properly. So if that's the case, then maybe you want to upload that document again. If you're continuing to have problems, please let your upline know and we'll try to sort out what the problem is. So that is the sign-up procedure for joining in India. If you have any questions, please contact your upline and we'll try to get those answered for you.